Rates of reducing calories / increasing cardio. Over time, as you get leaner, you're going to want to reduce the calories you consume slightly and increase cardio. When to reduce calories? The goal of sustainability is to keep your calorie intake as high as possible for as long as possible. It isn't sustainable to eat very few calories for long periods of time. Therefore, before we even think about reducing calories, we must first increase our steps. The only time I'd increase calories is when you feel that the level of steps you're doing becomes extremely excessive. For me, this was at around 14 to 15,000 steps every single day. How many calories do I drop? When you do decide to drop calories, keep it very small. If you aren't tracking food, begin to just reduce portion sizes slightly, specifically the fats. Keep the adjustments small and try to maintain that level until you see no changes in weight loss for an entire week straight. Only then may you begin to decrease calories again. If you're tracking food, eat at maintenance calories until your weight loss stops and you've increased your steps to an upper threshold limit, and then begin reducing calories by increments of 100 each week, 200 if you struggle to track. Here's an example of how you can plan out your weight loss and cardio to visually see your progression. I do this and it's extremely useful. These are random values, so don't copy these for yourself. I'll leave a link in the description for you to download this. When should you increase cardio? From the previous example, we can see that you should only increase your cardio activity when you don't notice a drop in weight for the entire week. This is because weight can fluctuate on a daily basis and we may even gain weight on some days. Here is an example of what weight loss throughout the week may look like for someone who started at 180 pounds. Calories and cardio kept consistent, yet weight still increases on some days. Average 179.4. As you can see, from the start to the end of the week, there was still a 0.6 pounds lost in weight on average, regardless of days where there were increases in weight. If this individual decided to increase cardio or reduced calories on day 4 or 5, it would disrupt the process and put them at an increased level of poor sustainability in the long term. They were still on track to losing weight. Let's say that the average weight for the following week didn't change or in fact increased, then you may be permitted to increase cardio. The whoosh effect. The whoosh effect is extremely important to consider when losing fat. What happens is people go into a deficit for a prolonged period of time and they weigh themselves every day and the weight doesn't seem to drop. Then randomly, they'll weigh themselves the next morning and they'll be 4 pounds lighter. This is called the whoosh effect, and it's your body dropping water weight. Our bodies can hold up to 4 pounds, if not more, of water weight alone. So while we are actually losing fat, sometimes the weight on the scale isn't going down because we're holding water weight. So I want to emphasize, the biggest mistake you can do is to start panicking when you're not losing weight and drop calories suddenly, because you may in fact already be losing fat in a deficit but retaining water weight.